All right, here's a quick update on Martha's case. Martita, Queen Martha. She was known by a lot of names to the people in her community, but she was really known as a loving, caring woman who, lived with her daughter and her daughter's family, which included 3 kids. Man, I'm not going to talk to you about in too much detail about what the family is going through right now. I know you can understand what it's like to lose the matriarch in a family, especially one where the grandma, Martha Medina Guizar, transferred her name down to her daughter, Martha, who then also named her daughter Martha Isabel. 1 word, not 2 words. So the fact that the family had that name passed down through those generations just gives you a little bit of insight about what that family is going through right now. Georgie, the youngest one, and this is the part that really hurts my heart, is Martha Medina Guizar had an iPhone, and one of the things that Georgie's doing is he's looking at the Find My iPhone app, trying to locate his grandma. And he's still looking it up. When I say there was a tragedy in Salinas, I wasn't emphasizing enough how big of a situation this was. And to recap, on May 25th, 2025, Martha Medina Guizar was I don't want to say run down, but ran over. And there was an accident that occurred within the vehicle inside of the parking lot for the Madonna del Sasso Church in Salinas. The family didn't know until over 24 hours later the next day. The accident happened during Mass. The rest of the parish was updated on the accident that occurred in the following Masses. The family didn't know about it. No one called the family. No one checked Martha's purse. No one... I still am a big believer that the Catholic Church knows how to contact you, and they know how to contact their members if they wanted to. But we found out a little bit more information as the week went on. We found out that, number 1, I sent out spoliation of evidence letters or preservation of evidence letters to the church, the Diocese of Monterey, the DMV, and then I sent out a private investigator to that area to look at more businesses that might have video surveillance footage of what occurred on that day. We created a couple videos on social media, and those videos gained traction, and we believe that those videos influenced people. So right now we have had one of the police officers give the family a call back and explain a little bit more about the situation. A lot more facts than the initial officer told the family. A lot more facts with a lot less lecturing. The supervisor was able to share with the family actual details about what occurred versus the lecture that first officer who called the family chose to share. We heard from I heard from the insurance company from the church. I bet they're going to deny everything. Typical insurance company. We learned that there was video surveillance footage at the church of the accident. Allegedly, the church handed over the video surveillance footage to the police. We heard that there were multiple witnesses to the accident and what occurred. And those names were written down by the police. We heard that there were multiple people in the car that struck Martha. We heard that the alleged car could have been a 2012 GMC truck. You're hearing me say we heard a lot because I haven't seen any written documentation and I haven't seen any written evidence of any of this. But we still heard it. Now, when I made that first video, the family was looking for answers. We're still looking for answers. Oh, man. On Monday, there were no answers. On Tuesday, there were no answers. Now, we're starting to see the picture get painted in. We're starting to see some of the outlines of the image of what actually happened on that Sunday at church. I hear that more information is needed. I know that I need to get more information before I even make any determinations or allegations or any statements online. And I also know that I'm balancing a fine line between sharing information that's personal and confidential versus sharing more information in hopes that some of this message might reach out to other places where we might get more answers. The family can get more answers. But let me tell you what we know. We heard a lot. But what we know is that there's a family in pain right now. We know that Martha's being placed to rest tomorrow in Salinas. We know that Martha had 3 grandchildren that she lived with who deeply cared about her. And Martha spent a lot of time raising those kids. I mean, as someone who spent a lot of time with his grandma, I understand the influence that a grandparent can have on their grandkid. We know that eventually the police report will be submitted to us. We know that eventually the toxicology report and the coroner's report will be submitted to the police department. We know that eventually the facts of this case and the police report might be sent over to the district attorney's office. Now, I could sit here upset, screaming, kicking, and yelling and demanding for answers, making allegations that are not based in evidence. But that's not what we're doing here. That's not what my client authorized me to do here. And that's not what my client wants. But what my clients do want is they want this community's support. They want this community's understanding. And they just want answers. We just want the truth. You can't be very upset in a reasonable manner if you don't have your emotions based in truth. And that's one of the hard parts right now, is because without this police report, without the coroner's report, we don't know what the truth is. I'm hearing a lot of facts, hearing a lot of statements. You know, trust me, I'm going through the social media posts, the comments, the direct messages, the people who filled out the forms on our website. I'm going through those. We're going through those and reviewing them, and we're following up when needed. We're painting the picture. We're starting to get it, but we still don't know the truth. We don't know the exact outline of what that picture looks like. We don't know who the driver was. We don't know who else was in the car. We don't know what Martha's last moments were like. We do know that no one called the family. We do know that no one from the police department called the family. We do know that no one from the church called the family. And that's the hardest part. What we do know is still missing a lot, right? So what we're figuring out, and what we're still waiting to figure out, is for more people to come forward who might have access to footage about what happened. I mean, we sent spoliation of evidence letters everywhere. We sent private investigators out there. But if you actually have footage of this thing, if you have footage of this accident, send it over. Anonymously, please send it over. Because the family deserves answers. The family deserves the truth. And hopefully we can get that for them. We can help get there. Because without the truth, we cannot decide what justice is. And without the truth, we can't fully support the family. And without the truth, we can't stick up for Martha.